Welcome to Portman Road, where Ipswich Town take on league leaders Coventry City in the Championship. These youngsters have been lucky enough to witness some special moments at this storied ground, but it is the visitors today who look to be on the verge of history. Frank Lampard's side proving unstoppable at the moment. What a job he has done. What a response he is getting from these players. Still without top scorer Brandon Thomas Asante, and with Victor Torp and Tatsuhiro Sakamoto also missing today, but a return for US national team star Haji Wright. All eyes, of course, will be on Ellis Sims, in phenomenal form in Sky Blue, with 4 goals in his last 2 games. Inside it comes, down goes Mason Clark. He jumps back to his feet and finds De Silva. And now suddenly space for Eccles, but the whistle had gone. Eccles tried his luck anyway. The Ipswich players want him booked for kicking the ball away. Now Kitching. Looking long for Sims. O'Shea had to win the header and did so. Here's De Silva. Plenty of space to advance. Mason Clark outside. And Mason Clark in! And it should have been 1-0. What an opportunity. Frank Lampard can't believe it. Kane Kessler-Hayden timed his run to perfection at the far post. Picked out by Ephraim Mason Clark. And unable to hit the target. It is a major let-off for Ipswich. Eccles turns, then he's sent crashing down. It will be a free kick and no further punishment. Kessler-Hayden to deliver this time. Nodded up but not away. Now a chance on the turn. Wonderful, inventive back heel, and then the strike off the woodwork. Drawing ever closer. Eccles. Now Mason Clark. Whipped over the top. Twice the Sky Blues come close and twice they're denied. First by the woodwork and then by the goalkeeper. Well, the initial set piece, the clearance was far from convincing. First the inventive back heel caught everybody off guard and it broke kindly. And what a save it was. Managed to get down smartly and push that onto the post. And then back up to keep this one out. A whisker away for Eccles, but fabulous piece of goalkeeping. Eccles down this time. The referee shakes his head. Goalkeeper's taken a big chance here and just about finds O'Shea. Walton with his heart in his mouth. Now then, is the counter on? Here is Hurst in behind, but up goes the flag. And Hurst has booted it away. Now then, George Hurst on a yellow card. Well, we saw a few moments ago that Josh Eccles was booked for exactly that situation. That is what the Coventry players are saying. Eccles can't believe it. Hurst is handed a reprieve. Looked to have gone just a fraction of a second too early. But he knew the whistle had gone. He stopped and he booted the ball away. Lampard shakes his head. Well, Lampard praised his side for their patience when they came from behind to beat Charlton last time out. They're having to be patient at Portman Road. Mason Clark too strong. Too strong for the referee's liking. And he's conceded a set piece in a really dangerous position. The blue shirts wait. In it comes all the way through. And Sims knocks it behind. It will be a corner. Nunes to take. Sims there again. Nunes will have another opportunity. Better ball this time. Keeper came and got nowhere near it. Behind it goes for a corner. In once again. Nodded goalwards, blocked away and then hooked clear. Nobody taking charge of the situation. Matasiwa will collect. Philogene. In it comes towards Kipre. Davis is there. Rescued by Philogene. Now the chance! What a finish! And it's Eggerly again. Off the bench to score the last-minute equaliser midweek. Handed a start today, and he finds the breakthrough. And for all the Coventry pressure, it is Ipswich who lead. Chaos, confusion in the penalty area that Coventry just could not clear. And it was pulled back by Philogene. How about that? It wasn't an easy finish, far from it. Had to weave it through a cluster of bodies and beat the goalkeeper. And that is exactly what Eggerly did. Up goes Sims, he's done well to win it. Plucked out by Rodoni. He just ran into traffic. Sims is working as hard as he can, he's not getting much help. And suddenly Hurst might be in behind here. And Hurst bearing down one-on-one. It was a tame effort. What a chance to make it two. Suddenly, Hurst was in behind. Didn't back himself with the pace to get away from the two defenders. So he had to take it on as quickly as possible. And it was a really tame effort straight at the keeper. Sims will chase. Goalkeeper's come a long way. Was he out of his penalty area? Yes, he was, says the referee. Goodness me. What an error. It's a yellow card and nothing more. They were covering defenders, or it could have been far worse. Walton came a long way. The referee's got it right. It will be Eccles to take it on. And Eccles strikes. Wasn't far away. The only thing that ended up in the back of the net was Cedric Kipre. Whipped it in with real pace. How close was Bobby Thomas to getting the vital touch. Kitching. It's a fine ball to pick out Eccles, who's clipped. Advantage played. Now Rodoni. Delivers and delivers early. O'Shea slipped, did well to deal with it nonetheless. Nunes. And Hurst is onside, and he's one-on-one here, and Hurst can make it two! And does! Coventry carved open. Listen to Portman Road now. Kieran McKenna punches the air. They had been waiting and waiting for a statement result, a statement performance to spark their season into life. Against the league leaders, the runaway league leaders. They just might have found it. A simple ball over the top. But Coventry's high line exposed. Hurst onside, one-on-one, and this time he applies the finish. And now what was a minor setback has become an enormous mountain to climb for Frank Lampard's side. They have half an hour to find at least 2 goals. Coventry City have done some special things this season. This surely would top the lot if they can find a way to win the game from here. You never quite know. Grimes will take. In towards Rodoni, falls for Allen. Van Eyck. Back into the penalty area. Kessler Hayden nods it down. Sims is there. Rodoni! Wonderful save. Vital save. What an effort this was. Trying to curl it into that bottom corner. But it is a glorious save. Squeezed through to Cayusta. Goalkeeper had to pour it away. Well, Ipswich pushing for a third. Cayusta, neat footwork. And the goalkeeper had to be alive to the deflection. Coventry will have an opportunity for revenge as Sims brings this down. Controls it well. These two meet again on the 29th of December. Quirk of the fixture calendar that both home and away is in the same month, but this may finish it here. It is Athon, unselfish. Now he may go alone. Wraps it up. Ivan Athon off the bench to apply the crowning glory to a sumptuous Ipswich Town performance. What a statement they have made. Coventry City just unstoppable. Until today, that is. Ipswich Town have beaten them and beaten them handsomely. And Ivan Athon tried to pick out a teammate initially and then thought, why not try myself? A wonderful curling effort into the bottom corner. And boy, can they celebrate now. Hugs and embraces in the stands, and even more so as the final whistle blows. By far and away, the Tractor Boys' standout performance of the campaign. And might this spark Kieran McKenna's season into life? Ivan Athon applying the finishing touch, but they were already in such a commanding position through goals either side of half-time. Coventry City aren't used to this feeling. George Hurst racing in behind to add the second. Questions over whether he should have been shown a second yellow card before the break, but he will not care, not one jot. What a performance from the men in blue. Full time, Ipswich Town 3, Coventry City 0.